Oh, hello. This is Howard of AV Transfers. Last time I checked. Welcome to a very cold AV Transfers. Boy, it must be, I don't know, -3 degrees. I've got the heater on. I've got 16,000 layers of clothes on, and it gets to the end of the year, and we like to revisit a few things that we've tried to do over the year. And, well, today's no different. We're going to be taking another look at the Sharp Dual VCR, which intrigued me so much that I sent it away to Holland to be repaired. And this is a little bit about what happened when I received it back again. So from me to all of you, enjoy and have a good long holiday and a lovely new year. Bye for now. This is Howard. Good morning to you from a very snowy England. Not really enjoying the snow too much. I'm not a snow baby, I'm afraid. I just unpacked a little surprise from a very good contact of mine in Holland. I kindly was able to send this VCR over to Holland to be taken a look at, and he actually managed to fix it. There it is playing. We've got a bit of Guns N' Roses there playing at the moment, and yeah, here it is actually playing a tape. Let's just wind forward on that. It's generally a very early generation VCR, this one, but I'm very grateful that he got it working. I'm just a bit bummed out because I know for a fact that this was working, and also the front cover of this side was broken in the transit, either going over there or coming back, which is a great shame, because without those displays it kind of loses a bit of its charm. So I'm kind of bummed out about that, and I'm not too sure why that got damaged or how it got damaged. I'm hoping maybe a plug was just not connected back when it was reassembled, but these fluorescent displays can often get damaged or cracked in shipping, and then they're basically useless afterwards. But the actual machine is working quite successfully. So a very unusual item, a double VCR. And there's some of the workings in it inside. There's basically 2 full recorders in this machine. They both record and play, and they can be set to play one after the other. So I guess if you were running a hotel or something and you wanted one movie to run after the other, you could do that. And I'm guessing you could copy, play and record. So you could copy from one to the other. So let's just take a tape out and let's just have a look at how that looks. It's very slow. It's very gentle, but it's very slow. So unfortunately, when you put the tape in here, it lifts up a little cover to let the tape go in. This side, because the cover's been damaged, I'll have to do that manually. But then once that's past that point, it should go in. I think they must have dropped the machine on this side, which is upset, very unnecessary. But what you're going to do? So you can play it here. And unfortunately, this side doesn't seem to be tracking as well. It looks like it's not getting sound, so perhaps the soundboard was damaged underneath when it was sent. It is actually working. I suspect this is actually the side with the better heads as well. Murphy's Law, right? If I try and track it, I'm not really getting much in the way of servo lock on this side. I suspect one of the boards got damaged in transit. But again, it's a question of, am I really going to use this for transfers? Quite simply, no. This is just a curiosity. It's a very early generation VCR, and it's more about just having something very unusual in the collection. I would have liked if the display had survived, but there's really not much I can do about that. But I'm still very grateful for the time my friend took to to look at this and to get it back to work, because I can see the mechanism is very well greased up and there's no dirt, or all the rollers and things I think have been replaced or cleaned very well. The idlers have been replaced and things like that. But let's just have a quick look at that. And there we go. There's old Slash in his, Guns N' Roses. Live in Tokyo, 1992. I guess I'm showing my vintage now. Let's have a second or two of the sound. But obviously this is not a hi-fi machine. Yeah, that I think is a little bit ahead of its time. But this is probably early 80s, early to mid 80s at its best. A nice piece to have in the collection, but not small, at just under 20 kilograms. A bit of a beast, a sharp double VCR. Interestingly, note it only has one output and one input, so you couldn't record individually. You'd have to record, I guess, from one to the other or from an external source. So interestingly, this is what looks like the soundboard on this side. I'm wondering where it would have taken a hit. It doesn't look too bad inside. It's just that front. It must have been dropped on this front side, which is a great pity, because that's always the side that you want to have extra protection around, and it didn't get it. Nevertheless, another just update on this machine. At least it is working, and a very cute little JVC. What's that? 6-inch monitor. Just a quick show and tell from me, Howard at AV Transfers. Thanks for just watching. Having a look here. I took the front panel off to see if something has been damaged in transit, and I'm looking here at the right hand panel. I don't see anything that's obviously damaged. I'm going to have a closer look, and also I'm having a look at the fluorescent display, and it doesn't seem to have been necked. The sort of the gas seal, I think, is still there. Let me get my magnifying glass. God, I'm getting old. Let's have a magnifying glass look at that. It's hard to see it, but I don't believe it's been damaged. It looks like it's there. I don't see any broken pins or anything. And I'm wondering if maybe just the AC supply is gone somewhere here, because I know that this was working. So yeah, I don't know. A bit of a pity about that, because it's so close to being perfect, and some schmendrick courier went and did me a huge disservice. Slow lock. I wonder, maybe I've missed something obvious. Could still use a bit of a cleanup over here, but everything else seems good. The channels all work. I mean, what's interesting is these LEDs didn't seem to do anything. And these ones didn't seem to do anything. So I wonder if there's a connection somewhere in the machine that's been just not plugged back in. I suspect that might be something possible, but I can't say definitively. The board itself doesn't look like it got any major damage. It's probably a hairline crack, if anything. So let me have another look at this. But thanks again for watching. Bye for now. So I think we found the problem. And I couldn't be really. Yeah, look at this massive bulge. I don't know if you can see it there, but basically there's a massive crack in this board here. Massive crack there, and yeah, it's okay there. So I guess even if the display is not damaged, the IC that drives it might be damaged. So the display is fine, but the IC behind it has taken it's a very strange kind of damage it's taken, to be honest. But it nevertheless has taken quite a whack. Oh well, now we know why the clock display doesn't work, and basically probably why a lot of the stuff on the right hand side isn't working. I may have to send this board off to get repaired again. Anyway, that's me for now. Bye.